Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of I Shake My Head with Lisa and Sam.
Hi, friends of the podcast.
Hello, everybody.
How you doing?
I think they're doing okay, Lisa.
I hope they're doing okay, Samantha.
If they live in Saskatoon, they're doing great. You want to know why?
Tell me.
Because the sun is out.
The sun, what is...
And it's 31 degrees.
And Sam thinks she's on Broadway.
Woo!
It is very nice.
It's lovely
yes,
today.
It's a
Because you know
beautiful
what?
day.
It's the last days of summer.
The dog days. Is that what they call them?
I think it's the dog days. Yeah, I think it's dog days. Yeah.
I wonder why they call them that.
I don't know.
Dog days.
But I'm going to let you people know I'm in shorts and a flip-flop. And I don't give a shit that it's September because it's nice outside. So I'm going to wear my flip-flops and my shorts until I think it's too cold.
Well, it's going to be too cold soon, so I will let you know when that becomes... when it is too cold, I'll let you know.
Yes, because I know that you have seasonal attire issues. So
I just have issues. I just have some issues.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You know what? I have an issue with you right now.
Okay.
Because you know who had to go fetch for you today?
Well,
Me.
Samantha,
I had to go play fetch for this thing.
Don't call me a thing. That's not very nice, Samantha.
Because I can't. My hip hurts.
I got a bad hip. Friends of the podcast, I'm almost 50. I have a bad hip.
Oh my god.
I have a bad hip.
I have a bad hip. My back hurts. My shoulder hurts. This is how it's going to go now?
Well, I can't help it.
I'm going to go fetch.
Well, I'm just saying, Samantha, you asked me if I wanted a drink, and so I thought that meant that you were going to get it. Right? So if you're a guest in my home and I say to you, hey, Samantha, can I get you a drink? Doesn't mean, are you getting it yourself? It means I'm going to get up and get it for you. So it's the same type of concept. You asked if I wanted a drink. I said, sure.
The only saving grace out of me going to get your shit for you is you paid for it.
I always pay for the mileage. Just like my friends at work, right? So we go and we talk about getting a coffee in the morning. We always get a coffee in the morning. Guess who doesn't walk? I will walk. If they can't, I will. Like Linda yesterday.
I think it's funny that you reassure the world that you can
I can walk. I can walk. Like Linda yesterday had a migraine and she wasn't feeling good. And I said, I'll go. She said no. You know me, right? I only ask once. But I ask. So then she went. But here's the thing, friends of the podcast. I will always pay for the mileage. So I will always, if you're going to go get me coffee, I will pay for the coffees.
That's good to know.
Just like I gave you money for the drinks.
Yes.
Right?
And I've got you a little snack.
Thank you for the M&Ms.
And you know what?
What?
Why are there so many different kinds? There's dark, there's caramel, there's peanut, there's milk chocolate. And no offense to M&Ms because they aren't bad. Why are they colored?
Well,
because the colors don't change with they have no different taste.
Because if they weren't colored, Samantha, they'd look like little rabbit droppings.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Do you eat rabbit poop? Who wants to eat that? That's not very
Well,
filling.
It's chocolate. Who cares?
No. The beauty of the M&Ms is the brightly shellacked color.
The brightly shellacked.
Yeah, like my favorite
preservatives.
Yeah,
you're throwing into your body.
My favorite colored M&M is orange because it's vibrant, just like me.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah. And you know, it's funny because I thought I was done with M&Ms. But then you bought some, I opened them, I'm back. They're back. Back with M&Ms. Thought I was over them for a bit.
How quickly?
I know. I
it
enjoy
all
them.
turns.
I'm enjoying them again.
Well,
thanks, Samantha.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Okay, but I have a confession, Lisa.
Okay.
And I don't know if you're going to handle this.
Oh?
Because it brings out your seasonal food issues.
Oh.
I ate watermelon a couple of days ago,
No.
and I quite enjoyed it.
No.
For 2 days in a row.
Are you serious?
It was delightful.
But it's not the time.
No, it is the time. Because you want to know why, Lisa?
Why?
Because somebody cut it for me at Sobeys. That was really nice. They packaged it for me and everything, and it was warm outside. So when it's warm outside, I still eat watermelon.
No, you shouldn't be, though.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
But on that note, Samantha, I have a confession.
Oh, is this the confessional?
It's a confession. I've been eating watermelon this week, too.
You told me you stopped last week.
But let me explain. Oh,
I've been liar.
No. I've been kind of eating watermelon like as though somebody put a gun to my head.
Why?
Because it's been forced on me.
Oh, he bought another one.
Mike came home with a watermelon from the grocery store.
He's just because he loves you, Lisa. He buys you the foods that you enjoy.
I know that.
That's how he shows his affection.
We're weird that way. But you know, it's a win-win, right?
That's how you get your chocolate roll.
That's how I get all the great foods in my life, right? It's things like that. But so friends of the podcast, I have really strict rules that I live by as far as my food goes. Mm-hmm. And yes, so this week Mike did break the rule, and I didn't have the heart to say no because it was nice that he bought them. But I have to be honest with you, right? I'm officially done with it. By Saturday midnight, I'm done. Saturday 11:59, I'm done with the watermelon.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am, and I've already explained this to him.
Oh.
I thought he knew after all these years, but he didn't.
Okay.
So now I've told him. Now he knows. So, however, though, prior to this week, last week was quite the week for me, Samantha. It was a really, really tough week.
Why?
Because I had to start going through I had to start trying to finish off all of my summer foods. Because now we're fall, right? Because now we're after the Labor Day.
Okay, so what did you have to finish then?
I had to finish a whole watermelon from last week.
Which made you?
A little bit bloated. I had like watermelon belly. Let's just say that watermelon is a really interesting food because it helps with your water.
Hydration, yes.
And it also gives you a little bit of extra fiber. So friends of the podcast, do with that information what you will, right? But it makes you a little bit gassy and bloated too.
Does it really?
Yeah, so like my belly, I swear to God, if you would have poked it, you would have heard like, and that would have been all the air coming out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I ate a whole one. In 1 week, I ate the whole watermelon.
And now he's bought another one.
And now he's bought another one.
Okay, but what else are you finishing off now?
Macaroni salad.
Really?
Yeah, done.
Oh.
Potato salad, done.
Oh.
Got through the coleslaw, done.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what else are you cutting out of your world?
Those are the main ones, all the summer foods.
Those are the summer foods.
Yeah, because right now it's time to go into the winter foods.
So barbecuing.
You know what? I'm okay with it. I'm good. It's done.
Done?
Yeah, it could be done.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now doesn't feel like fall. But
Doesn't matter.
Because
it's after Labor Day.
It's after Labor Day.
It's fall.
Everything revolves around a long weekend.
Yeah, I don't go by the calendar dates. Right? I don't go by what the moon and the stars say. I go by what I say. Yeah.
So
my fall starts a little earlier than everybody else's fall.
Okay, so what's coming back then?
I'm like the white pants, right? White pants should be done after Labor Day. That's same with the fall. Same with the fall food. So what's coming back?
Fall food's coming back.
Fall foods are coming back, right? Pasta.
Okay.
Can't wait to have baked spaghetti or baked lasagna.
I've already had it.
You shouldn't have.
I had it during the summer.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It was really good.
Shouldn't be.
Yeah.
It's not as good as it is in the fall.
No, I think it is.
No, it's not. It's just not, Samantha. Soup. So even though it's warm out, I'm not saying you have to start having soup, but you can have soup.
Because that's part of the fall.
Absolutely, part of the fall lineup, right? So if I was home having the flu, I could have some chicken noodle soup now.
Got it.
Last week, just tough it. Suck it up, Buttercup.
So then stew's back in.
Stew is in now, never in the summer.
Ever.
No. Hello, chili. Hello, chili. Right? Bring the chili. Yeah. Hello, shepherd's pie.
Shepherd's pie.
Hello, roast beef.
Roast beef.
Hello, cooked ham.
So all the things that are hardy.
All hardy
for
foods.
fall and winter.
Yeah, I kick to the curb in the summer.
May long weekend.
Kick to the curb.
Kick to the curb.
Yeah.
Bringing them back September long.
Labor Day, welcome back. Open arms, come on in. Might even make a roast this weekend.
It doesn't matter the temp though.
Not now.
Not now.
Because it's now, no.
So the long weekend.
Because the beauty is that I may not choose to eat it right now because it's 31 degrees in Saskatoon.
Okay.
But if I wanted to, I could.
Because now,
it's
in
fall.
your brain,
it's fall.
Whatever that might look like
it's
in
fall.
that brain. It's fall.
It's fall.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Weird.
Not that weird. I don't think it's that weird.
No, I think it's weird.
When was the last time you had stew in July?
I didn't.
See? Friends of the podcast, ask yourself. When was the last time you had stew in July?
This is true. Because I typically do not bring out the slow cooker in the summer.
Definitely a fall, winter item.
I eat lighter foods, kind of, because I'm still plus size, so let's be real here.
Yeah.
And I eat a little more salad and things like that. But I do one thing when it comes to fall, winter, is I don't buy fresh fruit anymore.
No, but
because I don't believe that it's extremely good.
No.
And nutritious.
Or that fresh.
Or that fresh. Yeah. So I go frozen.
And I bring back bananas.
Yeah, bananas I bring back too.
Welcome back, bananas.
Yeah, but I think I second guess the fruit that shows up in the grocery store.
And you know what? And that's fine, right?
How long did it take to get here?
Well, it depends where it came from, right?
Exactly.
And did it come quickly?
Yeah.
Right? You know, it's hard to say.
Yeah. What have you done to it?
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, and you know what else is my other thing too? I'm really excited to be able to drink some more milk. Because milk, it does the body good.
That's true. And you think in the summer,
it's not that cold. The milk in my fridge isn't that cold. Yeah.
Okay, but fridges, I found out, because we're talking about expiration dates and best before dates and all the fun that comes along with that.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, it all freaked me out. That's really not exciting for me because I enjoy food, but now I'm afraid of it. So
And it's funny, friends of the podcast, I really didn't feel I need to research this topic much because I was ingrained and born with this.
Yeah. Well, I think I was too, but just learning more about it really freaked me out. But your fridge is probably set at the right temperature because it's 41 degrees Fahrenheit, which I don't even know what that is in Celsius. I didn't bother to check.
rumor has it, according to my husband, we have the coldest fridge in Saskatoon.
I guarantee. Okay, but remember what we did when we went up to the cabin?
First thing we did.
We turned up the
First thing we did, we walked in.
It was not cold.
We'd walked in, put stuff down, and opened up that fridge and cranked it up. Because I knew, as a Gibson, that fridge would not be where I think it should be.
It was at 3.
Yeah.
It should have been, and we set it at 6, and then I got a little nervous, so I put it down to 5.
And we always keep ours at home, like always at 5, and then every now and then I accidentally nudge it. Accident. Must have been something hit it.
So there is a point to your madness, is that fridges really do need to be cold.
They should be cold. Yeah.
And did you know that in a fancy fridge, because I don't have a fancy fridge, that there's different compartments that say cheese and meat and veggies and stuff? They're actually for the items that they say on the little pull-out thing.
Well, of course they are, Samantha.
Because they're temperature controlled.
It's not like they just brought in like some kid in junior kindergarten to come in here. Can you just color this in and make it look like it's for like a vegetable?
But I only have one drawer, so all my vegetable stuff goes in there.
Only your vegetable stuff?
Yeah.
See, we have one drawer, and it's like a catch-all. So we make no sense. Our that drawer right now in my house has 2 packages of wieners, some yogurt, some Lunchables, and some lunch meat in it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, all I know is that some of the stuff that I knew made sense because I read about it.
Yeah.
And then there was stuff that kind of blew my mind a little bit.
See, I'm just so...
And that made me a little like, should I not have known that as an adult? And then I was like, maybe I'm not as adulty as I thought.
Well, I'll tell you who is super adulty, and that would be yours truly. Because I knew these things.
Yeah, but you throw out stuff all the time.
Yeah, but we actually don't throw a ton of stuff out. We eat it before the due date.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we need to explain to people? Just in case they don't, because oddly enough, the wording is so close to each other.
Okay.
Between an expiration date and a best before.
So best before and the due dates are kind of the same thing. So the best before / due date, it refers to the quality, not the safety of the food.
The best before.
Yes.
Yes.
So for example, right? Your loaf of bread says that it's best before September 10th. You can use it September 11th. Provided you like a stale, shitty-ass sandwich, you can use it.
Yeah.
Right? Expiry date, if something says it expires on September 11th, you eat it September 12th, you probably expire too.
Yeah, because
it'll kill you. It'll kill you.
Don't go to extreme.
I'm going to extreme. Samantha, it's just better that people are forewarned.
It
could. Oh no, might as well.
It's going to make you sick.
And then you're going to wish that it killed you.
And then you're going to wish that maybe you hadn't eaten it.
Yeah. So, right?
The day after.
When they have to tell you, when they have to tell you that the way to check and see if you should still eat your eggs is by putting an egg in a bowl of water, and if that egg floats, don't eat that bad boy. Because that means it's got too much gas and it's going to kill you.
Yeah. But eggs are typically
bullshit.
Good for 3 to 5 weeks after bringing them home.
No, there's a stamp on the carton. Right? And you know my theory, right? When in doubt, throw it out.
When in doubt, throw it out. When in doubt, throw it out.
Friends of the podcast, if there's nothing else you take away from this today, take that away. When in doubt, throw it out.
When you read stuff, it says, if it's changed color or appearance or smells, it's no longer safe to eat.
Why is it in your home still?
Duh.
Why are we still eating that? Right?
Okay, guys, that did not surprise me, okay? Because I'm not that
good.
dumb.
Thank you for clarifying.
But I was just like, it was interesting because it said, I read something that said, frozen vegetables may be fresher in winter because they're frozen or flash frozen at the time of when they're probably at their peak nutrition value.
Yeah.
So it's actually better in the winter to eat frozen vegetables.
I can see that.
Because, like I said about the fruit, it takes weeks to get to us from wherever they've plucked it from.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
that
how
makes
fresh
sense.
is it, dude?
You know what? But again, back to my whole thing on the due dates, and I really just think,
I think
best
you're stuck
before.
On a due date.
Well, or just best before.
Is it best before or Okay, what freaks you out more? Best before or expiration date?
I would never get to the expiration date, so I don't even give it. Friends of the podcast don't even care about it because I'm never even going to get there.
Okay, so you would throw it out. Like, okay, say...
Okay, let's say, for example, I have some yogurt in my fridge right now that says the date stamped on it is September 24th.
Uh-huh.
If it's not eaten by myself by the 22nd, then I nicely talk to Mike and tell him that he needs to finish a few yogurts off in the next day. Because I'm not eating it.
So you would rather make your husband sick than you?
But he's not going to be sick. He still has 2 days before best before. I just don't want to even eat it best before.
You don't even want to do it.
No, I like a couple days. I like a couple days leeway.
You
just like what happens,
like a week.
What happens if the guy maybe was having a bad day in the factory and he stamped it wrong?
Gross.
I like, you know, that's. But I guess that's probably one of my quirkiness things.
Okay, but you know what? We're at a day or a. How can I phrase this? We're at a point in society where we buy bulk, right?
Yes.
We buy massive quantities.
Yeah.
And I read that you should only buy what you can store in your fridge and use in a few days.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you shouldn't necessarily buy in bulk because it typically will not stay good, or you won't even get to it before it expires.
And then that's
true.
Yeah, and then the big downside to that, Samantha, is because then we're starting to waste things.
True.
Right? And then that brings on another problem because we have people that are homeless, we have people that are going without food, and then because we're buying up so much stuff in one time.
Yeah.
I think that we do that because our homes are very just very mixed up. That's what I think, right?
Yeah.
I think we're just mixed up shoppers. So we just buy.
We are mixed up shoppers.
Yeah.
But you know what else freaked me out?
What?
I didn't... And this just fed into what I kind of already feel about, like, leftovers and food that I haven't eaten in a couple days.
Yeah.
Is cross-contamination.
Ugh.
And when I read about that, and I read, and I'm like, it just got sick to my stomach. And I'm like, I can't read anymore because I'm never going to eat the food in my fridge anymore.
Just think, you know what, Samantha, I'm
never going to eat it.
Let's go on the due date diet. We're going to go on the due date diet.
Oh my God,
we're on the due date diet.
We made a new diet.
Friends of the podcast, Lisa and Sam are going on the due date diet. and we should be skinny, or else we're going to eat way too much too fast. Yeah, so
you can work the program in two different ways.
There's two different ways, depending if you want to add some weight or you want to lose some weight. That's how you do it. We're going on the due date diet.
That's funny.
But you know what's the problem? My biggest takeaway that I didn't know about the food stuff, and like I said, I feel that I've always had a really good grip on it.
Yes.
Is it never crossed my mind that, say for example, you buy like a package of like sandwich meat, right? Like a good quality packaged up sandwich meat, and it has the best before the due date on it.
Yeah.
It never crossed my mind that once you open that,
it's bad.
Null and
2
void.
days.
Yep.
2 days.
That was my
freaking days.
That was my eye opener because I'm all about that, right? And now I'm like, Mike's like, you taking a sandwich?
No.
But feel free to finish off the meat. Because he doesn't feel quite the same way.
You're trying to kill your husband food.
No, because it's not expired.
Okay.
He'll just eat it if it's not quite as good.
Okay, but now I have to test you.
Okay.
Because it also says products, there are certain products you can use after the best before date.
Never.
No, listen.
No.
Just listen.
Okay.
Ketchup and salsa. But it might be a little bit more acidic or sour.
No. Why? I want ketchup to taste like ketchup.
Okay.
Not like shitty ketchup. I don't want shitty ketchup. Nope.
Dry pasta?
No.
But it could be dry or brittle.
No. Why? Okay. So, we're not in the war years. Why do we need to do that? Buy, right? Buy less of it.
Okay.
Right?
Cheese.
Never.
Yeah.
No.
I say cheese.
No.
Sometimes it gets moldy due to natural bacteria.
No. It's like, okay, friends of the podcast, this is going to be a little bit graphic, but I'm going there.
Oh,
it's like anything that rots, right? It rots from the inside out. So cheese, by the time you see that mold,
it's not good.
It's like, Samantha, it's the same thing. When my eye flares up and I get my eye infection, it's been festering from the inside out. So by the time I see it, it's been really bad for already a week. Same thing as the cheese. By the time you see the mold, right? It's been bad for a long time.
That's true.
Yeah.
But, okay.
Ugh.
But
I'm already not going to like this, I can tell.
You're not going to like it. Okay. So, So, the consumers, the people who manufacture our food or sell it to us, can use different words. Did you know that?
Yes.
Okay. So, not just expiration date or best before.
Correct.
They can do sell-by dates.
Good.
They can do guaranteed freshness, which is typically baking goods.
I think every food should have all of those labels on them.
Yeah. Best if used by. I've never seen that before.
No, I never have.
Born on date.
I think things should be born on.
Okay, they brought this back,
No.
apparently for beer.
Okay. Well, yeah, it makes sense.
Because
beer gets gross.
beer gets gross after a while. Typically, it only lasts about 3-ish months.
Yeah.
And if it's in, like, clear bottles
Yeah.
and exposed to sunlight, it gets even worse.
Unless, you know, the only rule of thumb is back, like, when I was in university, we didn't care. Well, tastes a little
beer.
bad, it's beer.
It's fine.
Still going to get me drunk?
Yeah.
That's what we thought. We still
Okay,
drank it.
And then packed by date
Yep.
is used on canned goods or packaged goods.
Okay.
And usually has a monthly
I have an
date
issue
on
with
it.
canned goods. I eat canned goods. I
No, they're
have.
good up to 5 years.
That's disgusting.
It's good up to
That's nasty. That's nasty. So that can of beans
That's been
with that
sitting in your...
with that little slab of fat in it is disgusting. That it can wait there for 5
Yes.
years. So
Yes.
so here's a funny story, friends of the podcast. I enjoy alphagetti and zoodles, and I take
Yes.
them. I take them to work for my lunch. And just last week, Mike said to me, "You ever going to eat that alphagetti? Because it's been in the fridge. It's been in the cupboard for most of the summer." And I took it to lunch the other day.
Did you eat it?
Yeah, I did eat it.
You did not.
I did too, because it wasn't due, but I knew that we had had it in there for a couple months,
Uh-huh.
right? So yeah, absolutely. And this week's groceries are all about not buying very much this week, because anything that we think is starting to get within, we have our own due dates for like a lot of our food.
Your husband
Like
has
3
his own
months. We have a
due
3-month
date.
rule on, like, not on like expiry stuff, but like on stuff. And so now we're going to eat through our cupboard so we can start fresh for the fall.
Okay, but you can keep canned goods up to 5 years.
But that's nasty. Why do I want that?
But you can.
But you shouldn't.
It's just
No,
be aware
no.
if they're bulging, you should throw it out.
Oh, yeah, because they're gonna blow up. No, you shouldn't.
But
though.
this will freak you out.
Okay.
You can technically drink milk even after
It's
1 week after the sell date.
No.
Sell by date.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. If you like it
Yeah,
clumpy
yeah.
and then it's called cottage cheese, that's what that becomes.
That's not cottage
Look
cheese.
at that. My milk became
That's
cottage
gross.
cheese. Yeah, cottage cheese is nasty too.
That's gross.
Yeah.
And also, guys, I don't know if you knew this, but this kind of just falls into my category of after 2 days, toss it. Anything like poultry or seafood or beef and pork,
Like that.
toss.
Like that. That are
If,
like.
if it's sitting in your fridge and is fresh,
Yeah.
you either should freeze it right away,
Yeah.
if you're not going to use it right away, or use it up.
Yeah.
You got 3 days tops, folks.
Oh, I
3
don't
days
know.
tops, and
But-
that just
no.
falls into so many categories.
Is that
for
in?
me.
Is that cooked?
No, this is like
No, it shouldn't be. I don't
chicken
even go that long.
thighs or
Just go right to the freezer and on the day you want to eat it.
yeah. It's like
Right? And don't let it sit.
It just makes me get sick to my
Because
stomach.
don't let it sit in its
gross.
juice.
Gross.
You know? I don't know. I just think that if I just think people got to be careful.
Well, okay. So, so when because I was getting freaked out by expiration dates and best befores, and expiration will kill you, and best before is just, it's a hint. It's a suggestion.
It's a strong
It's
suggestion.
a strong suggestion
Right?
of perhaps don't eat it after it's best before.
Yeah.
But expiration date is
You're
don't
dead.
do it. You're dead.
You're dead.
You're dead.
Yeah.
So I went one step further because
Okay.
I thought, you know what? I feel like I don't know enough because now because I was freaking myself out.
Okay.
I found food safety tips.
Of course you did.
Of course I did.
Yeah.
Because I go that.
Yes,
I go
you-
the extra mile
you
for our
certainly
listeners,
do.
Lisa.
You certainly do, Samantha.
Because maybe they don't know.
Maybe they don't.
They don't.
Okay, go ahead.
I didn't.
I bet you I do.
And I'm 48 years old, and I feel like sometimes I'm
You're
an
almost
adult.
49.
Shut up.
I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to approach that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Tip number 1, purchase product before the date expires. Duh.
Duh.
Okay. You take the perishable food, you refrigerate it right away, or you freeze it right away.
Yes.
Okay?
That's not uncommon.
I know. Did you know that perishable food is frozen if it's kept safe indefinitely? If it's frozen.
What do you mean?
Perishable products, if frozen, are indefinitely safe because you've frozen them before their due dates.
Okay, fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
So if you were to pull out that thing of
It's still good.
ground beef,
But you better eat it that day.
yes,
I think.
okay. But I'm kind of grossed out because even frozen foods have perishable times.
Samantha, everything has a perishable time.
Now, you know what?
Right?
I
The
was
human
led
body has a
No, I was
perishable
led
time.
astray by my mother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because she's kept stuff in her freezer. I'm kind of thinking years. I'm
But that's
sorry,
what
Mom.
old people do.
'Cause sometimes you listen to the podcast, Mom,
Yeah.
and I'm ratting you out right now.
Sheila, hopefully it's nothing you're feeding me. That's what I'm hoping.
So, meat, 2 to 3 months, typically.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Frozen fruit, up to 6 months.
Yeah.
But like fatty fish, 2 months. So I'm talking like salmon and tuna. But I'm thinking fatty fish, only 2 months? That seems odd. And then I'm thinking, well, I probably wouldn't last more than a couple of months.
I would.
I'm fat.
But I'd like to think that this fat girl would last a long time in the freezer. Because I think I'd enjoy the freezer.
You probably would.
Be nice and cool.
You enjoy a good AC.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm a little like, I'm not sure how I'm going to go grocery shopping now. I feel very stuck.
No, just buy small amounts and just eat them.
Right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I'm visiting the grocery store all the time.
Well, you know, we Gibsons, we grocery shop once a week.
Do you really?
Absolutely. Yeah. And by we, I mean just Mike, because I don't get to go.
No, because he doesn't like you going.
Yeah. But here's a funny story. You know what used to happen when we were kids? My parents would cook spaghetti, and they would make it homemade. And so they would, you know, they'd take the hamburger and blah, 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 and then whatever they didn't finish, they'd freeze. And it would go into the freezer, into this little, I can see the container in my mind, exact same, like, Tupperware container. And then next week, they'd make spaghetti again. So they'd unthaw that, add it to the new, and then they would take whatever didn't get eaten then and put it back in the freezer. And then the next week, they would unthaw that and add it to the new, and I'm surprised we didn't die.
So they were repurposing it every week.
Every week. My dad will deny it. And if my mom was here, she would too. But you ask my sisters, I swear to God,
no,
that's why
you know what?
they used to do it. And I'm like, and then, you know, and then they wonder why I have these issues, right? Because you tried to kill us with spaghetti sauce. It just didn't work, right? It just didn't work. You tried.
You tried to kill me with spaghetti sauce.
It just didn't work. Yeah. And I bet you if you opened up my dad's freezer right now, there is some leftover frozen spaghetti sauce in a container.
There probably isn't some of that in my own parents' freezer.
It's gross.
Because they do that with spaghetti sauce too.
As far as I'm concerned, Samantha, you know what I'm doing? I'm just simply trying to save the world one due date at a time.
Where's your cape?
I know, I need a cape. Like the da-da-da-da.
My name is Lisa, and I'm going to save the world one expression date at a time.
One due date, one expiry date at a time. That's what I feel. I feel that's my purpose.
Oh my God.
Because this is not new stuff to me.
No, it's not new to me because I get weird about food to begin with. But I was a little bit like, the frozen food aspect was a little bit surprising.
Yeah.
Like, only 2 to 3 months for certain things.
I think
and really, after a year, you shouldn't eat it.
The thing is that we shouldn't assume that stuff is good forever.
No, but why
Right?
is it when we think it's frozen, it is?
I don't know, because at some point it's also been sitting just in a cooler.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know.
So, I don't know. I mean,
I get a little freaked out. There's so much, there's cross-contamination, there's
Yeah.
bacteria.
I think there's just a lot of
weird
controversy
shit
with
happening.
it. Yeah, I think so too. I think, like I said, right? You know what? I think when in doubt, throw it out. If I have to say to somebody, if I have to smell it before it's cooked, it's one thing to smell your food and that smells yummy because it's cooked.
Yeah.
If I have to smell it before it's cooked, throw it out.
Yeah.
If I have to like shake the milk to see if I can hear it, throw it out. Right? If
I have to shake the
if I see mold on the cheese, throw it out.
Yeah.
If I go to make a sandwich and it doesn't feel very fresh, throw it out.
That's true.
I just, when in doubt, throw it out.
That's a good motto.
I know.
It's very catchy.
It is very catchy with my cape.
Okay, but you know what?
Right.
We're about to let the world know, and maybe they didn't know, 3 things that you should never dick around with when it comes to expiration dates.
Yeah.
The drugs you get
Yep.
have expiration dates.
Don't dick around with that.
Don't dick around with it.
Don't
Stuff you
take
get
it.
over the counter.
Don't dick around.
This prescription shit. Don't dick around with it. Condoms.
Don't dick around. Don't dick around with the condoms. Don't dick around with the expired condoms.
And all I thought when I read that was, hi, common sense. Duh.
Hi, imagine you and your dude. Time out.
Time out.
Can I
Time
just-
out in the play.
Right? I would just, like all good teams, I just need a 2-second timeout. Let me read that, and guess where that's not ever going. That ain't ever going there.
Dude, you need to go get yourself some new shit.
And dude, if you don't get some, that's your own stupid fault. Right? You ain't getting none.
Oh my God.
But here's something else. You know what I did?
that.
But you know what I did? This is so funny. And friends of the podcast, don't judge me. Okay, so as a woman who's almost 50,
Yes.
right? I've been fortunate enough that I may be further along in my menopausal state than you, right? But like all women, right? We should always have our
Yes.
little products on hand.
Yes.
Just because you don't know.
You don't know.
Right? So underneath the bathroom sink, little box of tampons, right? I picked them up one day and thought, I wonder if they have an expiry. And because I looked at them and thought about it, I threw them out and got some new ones.
Oh my God.
I know, hey?
Did you smell them?
No, I didn't smell them. I didn't smell them. And here's hoping I never have to use them.
Did you shake them?
I know, but when in doubt,
Throw
it out. Right? So I'm just saying.
Okay, and I'm about to save the world a whole lot of trouble here,
Oh.
because I think aspartame is bad for you to begin with, because
Yes.
it's like very, like it's a
Fake.
it's
Yeah.
okay, it's bad for you, and also it breaks down after a while when it gets old. So watch the soda pop or things
Yeah.
that have aspartame in them, because if they're really old, it's going to taste disgusting and you're going to get sick.
And again, don't drink it.
So
No.
let's recap. 3 things you should never dick around with: drugs,
Condoms,
and
And
aspartame.
aspartame.
Thank you.
There you go. All right. I think
I felt I needed to give those important points to people, because
Yes.
you know what? They could save a life.
Absolutely.
And I'm all about saving a life.
There you go.
Get me a fucking cape.
You want a cape too? Amazon, we're needing 2 capes. Right? We're needing 2 capes.
Yeah.
All right. What else we got, Samantha?
Okay, well, do you have an I shake my head, Lisa?
I do have an I shake my head moment. It's not like, it was kind of funny. So as everybody knows, right? I work in the Bay, and in my area, we sell a lot of petite clothing.
Yes.
The Bay has stopped carrying petite clothing in our particular area. So I had this lady who was definitely petite. She came in the other day, and she was all like huffy puffy, and she's like, "So I hear that the Bay doesn't have any petite clothing." And I'm like, "No, actually, you know what? We have petite clothing." And I said, "This is our brand, Prissy. That's our petite brand." She took 1 second, and she's like, "Well, I'll never be shopping here again." And I looked at her, and I'm like, "Why is that, ma'am?" "Well, because there's no petites." I'm like, "But we have petites, but they're not the Bay petites." And she
What's
walked
the
away.
difference?
I don't know.
That's very odd.
I know. And then I just kind of was shaking my head, and I'm like, "Whoa, simmer down now." Right? Apparently she's got an issue with our petites. Yeah.
They weren't good enough.
They weren't good enough for her.
Even though they came all the way from the UK.
I know, right? And they're like fancy schmancy petites.
Come on now, people.
Yeah, better than the Bay petites.
Yeah.
Anytime better.
Damn straight.
What about you?
Okay, well, my I shake my head. I don't know why my shake my head moments always involve you sometimes, but
I don't know why either.
But today was interesting because we went out for a breakfast before we started our day, and
I don't think I did anything odd at breakfast.
yeah, you did, because you were so proud of yourself at pouring your teapot full of hot water into your cup.
Yeah, because I didn't
And
spill it.
she was so excited,
I was so excited.
that she didn't spill it.
I was so excited.
And all I thought was, you're 48 goddamn years old. Of course
But
you didn't
Samantha,
spill it.
you know, because usually you have to pour it for me, because usually I spill it everywhere. So I was like super, super excited.
Just like a little kid who
I
just
was.
learned how to tie their shoes.
I was like, look at me, everybody, look at me.
Oh my
Yeah, I was
God.
like so excited.
Yeah.
And that made you shake your head.
Yeah, because I thought that was sad.
Wow. Meanwhile, the pure joy of my excitement should have put like a little happy in your heart.
No.
No.
It was just like,
didn't.
really?
Didn't work like that.
Okay.
Really?
That excited.
Huh, I
Got
was
it.
completely.
I know.
That was like,
It was odd.
That was like a big girl moment.
It was. That was a big girl moment.
I know, right?
Now, I think you did touch on the fact that there's been lots of hurricanes and bad weather in the United
Yes.
States. And we know that some of our listeners are from the States. And
Yeah.
we just want to say that if you're from the Texas area or now in the Florida
Now
Keys,
the Florida Keys.
keep safe.
Yeah.
And hopefully all things will be okay and work out for you guys.
And Mother Nature, give these guys a break.
Yeah, like, sometimes she's a bitch. Eh?
You know
a
what?
bitch.
Like, I feel so bad when you watch the news and stuff and you just see what they're going through. Although there was like one little picture that I saw, somebody posted it on Facebook, and it was of a little orange cat, and he was like swimming in like, I guess what would be like the water in on the roads and
Yeah.
stuff. And they zoomed in, and this little cat had this little like "fuck you, Mother Nature" look on its face, eh? And it was so right. Like, first off, you could tell the cat's mad that he's swimming,
Yeah.
and then he was mad at Mother Nature. And I'm like, that's so funny. But I think with all the volunteers and stuff and all the great things that's going on, here's my shout out to the United States. This is truly America at its best.
Yes.
When somebody says, I saw on CNN and somebody said, what's that lineup for? And it was like, you couldn't even see the end of the lineup. And somebody said, oh, it's probably for food. And somebody said, no, it's for volunteers. And I'm like, you know what? That's America at its best.
Yep.
So you know what? They'll get through it. They do. It's horrific that they have to go through this.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what? I shake my head with Lisa and Sam. We just send out a little shout out to you guys.
Yeah, because we think you guys are going to do great. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
And we hope that, the Florida Keys isn't going to get too trashed.
Yeah.
And
Everybody
that
stay
Houston,
safe.
you guys are, you're from Texas and you got some balls. So you guys are going to be fine because you've got a lot of strength and a lot of chutzpah.
Yeah, right. So just stay safe. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we are going to end with what we're going to do for next week.
Okay.
Topic for next week.
What are we talking?
We're bringing back the 70s.
1970s.
Lisa's getting an afro. Sam's getting some, I don't know, hippy-dippy-doo thing going on.
So you have longer hair, Samantha.
We're going to talk everything 70s. Food, clothing, hair, weird things, music.
TV dinners.
It's going to be all things 70s because we were kids in the 70s.
We were.
So we remember a lot of weird stuff.
And it's just going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Right?
We're going to bring it back.
We're bringing it back.
And the reason why we're bringing it back is because Lisa ate a TV dinner.
And brought it back.
And brought it back and thought about the tuna casserole.
Yeah, and then exactly, right? My Salisbury steak TV dinner became a thing about me thinking about tuna casserole.
Yeah, which you ate in the 70s.
Yeah, which then brought us to, let's talk about the 70s.
We're talking about it.
That's... Friends of the podcast, that's how we come up with our ideas, just like things like that.
Yeah,
that's
simple. That way.
But if there's anything you guys want us to talk about, leave us a note someplace. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah.
Follow us.
And
Podbean.
Podbean, iTunes, YouTube. You can actually subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
We have Google.
We have Google Play.
We're
pretty much on anything that carries a podcast.
We have an Instagram account.
Yeah, Twitter.
We have Facebook.
We're always around.
Yeah. And also, just so you guys know, that if you hear stuff in the background, we actually really do podcast in my car. In my car. My Honda Civic.
Yeah.
We call her Betty.
Yeah.
And we do have the AC on because it's still hot here.
Still hot. And the reason we do this, Friends of the Podcast, is because this is where we have our best conversations.
We do. In the confines of our car.
Of the car.
Yeah.
And we don't know what the winter's going to look like.
No. We didn't really think that far.
We didn't, but it's still be in the car to stay true to our whole purpose.
Yeah. Right? So we hope you enjoyed today. And, Lisa, got anything else to add?
No, have a great week, guys.
All right.
Samantha, always a pleasure.
Should be.